As you guys already know, top of the month as always. Welcome to the Freedom Cage podcast, where we lock into a free state of mind each and every pay week on all DSP, of course. And to my right, I got my main guy, my ace, my left, my right as week, Shawn, better known as the singing in all your socials.
You know.
And me, Kenny, also known as King Cat, looking on these socials. But today, man.
All right. Well, first and foremost, brother, how you feeling, man? It's the day before Turkey Day. What's going on?
Yo, W energy. Feeling real good. Like, I got nothing to complain about. Mad happy when it smells, when the foods is back. Yeah, this is when big back niggas like me come alive, baby. We outside. We taste test and everything, making sure they got enough this and that, enough that and this, you know what I'm saying? But pretty good, man. Can't complain. Positive vibes for sure today. Running around a bit earlier, but how was your day though? How's your Turkey Eve going?
Smooth as eggs, man. I was on PTO today, man, so it was real chill. You know what I'm saying? Handled a couple of podcast business. We're gonna get into that a little later on in the show. And just quality time with the missus, man. My son had to go to school. He had a little trip or whatever, so we got some time to relax, catch up on some shows, do our thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep the spice going. So everything was cool, man. No complaints over here. Yeah, man, listen, I don't know if y'all are a big fan of Hell's Kitchen, right? I watch Hell's Kitchen a lot. And for the first time ever, when a contestant was actually getting kicked off the show, they actually stopped at the door for a minute. And it was funny because you seen all the contestants kind of looking at the door like, yo, is she about to spaz out? Like, what's she about to do? Mm-hmm. Apparently, she thought the doors were automatic. Like, they was just automatically open for her. So Gordon, being the stand-up funny dude, sarcastic that he is, he looks at her, he's like, the doors aren't going to open for you. You have to actually push them. She was like, oh, I'm sorry. That went through, man. That shit was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, that sucks, God, walking up to the automatic door that's not automatic. The manual. That's happened a few times. I get caught up with the push-pull every once so often. If it's not a clear sign and the glass is too clean, you're like, where are the hinges on this bitch? Because I don't know which way to go. But I hate when that happens, man.
Yeah, man. But I know we're gonna get into more music later, but have you ever heard a song by Meg featuring Lil Durk called Movie?
Movie. Takey?
Could be.
I think I did hear that one. She was talking super spicy, right? Like she was in her bag on that one, if I'm not mistaken.
Bro, she walked all over that joint, man. She got a line in there that said, "That ain't her man, but that's her man." And for all my people out there, you know what I'm saying, probably before you was in a committed relationship, and maybe for you players out there, you got those claims that ain't really claims. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Situationships, as they say.
Exactly. But the funny thing Meg gets into is she's like, when she sees the dude that she's in a situationship with out with a girl, she don't trip. But then when he sees her with somebody, all of a sudden it's an issue. So, we throwing that out to the people who are tuning in with us early, man. If you're going to play the game, you got to play the game, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you doing you and I'm doing me, you can't get mad at somebody else doing them, right? Like, But yeah, man, just quick shout outs to Meg, man. I know she's got a lot of good music. I know that Rock Steady video dropped today. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. But yo, man, it was actually a cool song, man. I actually caught up on some old shit today.
Yeah, what album was that? Don't quote me. I want to say it was like a bad news or good news or something like that. I think it was on one of those on that album she did. But yeah, she was she floated on that, if I'm not mistaken. That wasn't a terrible album. She was rapping a bit better then than I think she is now. But I fuck with her. I fuck with her heavy. Shouts to Meg, man.
Definitely. So I had a very unusual exchange with my FedEx guy the other day. Matter of fact, USPS. So he rings the doorbell, come down to the door, and he's like right up against the gate. And I'm like, yo, you good? He's like, he looks at me, he looks left, right, and he goes under his jacket and gets the package and gives it to me. I'm like, yo, what's going on, bro? He's like, nah, you gotta understand, man. These people around here, they be like they'll be watching the delivery guys. So they be waiting for us to actually drop the package and they'll run up and steal the shit. So we've been having to hand the stuff off right to people to make sure that they get it. And I was like, salute. Oh, what? It's like that.
Salute. I appreciate that shit. Especially if it's some J's. Especially if I ordered some J's the other day. Yeah, bring that to, let me sign for that. Yeah. My man. He might get I don't know if that shit got on the usual route, but you might have to give him a little Christmas card this year.
Yeah, nah, he wasn't the usual guy, but I appreciate him. Just like you said, man. Like, salute to that dude. Cause at first I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, I knew my mother had something going on in here. Like, but it was actually a really cool thing that he did, man. That's for
That's
sure.
what's up. That's shouts to him, man. Yeah, you got to be careful. This time of year for sure. You got the porch bandits and people just making sure they fucking up somebody else's Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little surprised that they aren't allowed to carry this time of year. All your delivery guys in the rougher neighborhoods, like you know what I'm saying. But I guess it'll be a great line. I couldn't make a carry, but but the Chinese food guys is getting beat up. It's like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like what happened? He wasn't carrying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a problem. It's a problem. We got to make that mandatory this time of year.
Definitely. This is the segment of the show where we get into recognitions and awareness. Number one, I gotta say happy belated birthday to my brother, my big brother Tony. Taught me so much growing up in this world, man. That is the OG. Love him to pieces, man. I hope he had the best birthday. Appreciate him so much, man.
Happy birthday, Tom.
Yes, sir. You want to take this next one?
Oh man, the young nephew, Mr. Chris himself. I ain't gonna lie, man. Watching him play football and all that, like I can't even call him Little Chris no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Chris celebrated birthday today. He's getting older. Probably gonna have some fun this weekend as well. But another good birthday, man. November on the end of November, holiday time is packed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Shit, even tomorrow. Big Kareem birthday tomorrow as well. I don't know how old he is. That's none of y'all business, but Uncle Kareem from state to state, he been that man. So he'll be able to celebrate another lap around the sun tomorrow as well.
That's a fact, man. It's got to be amazing to have a birthday around Thanksgiving because you never get shorted on the meal. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, do you get cheated out of that, like that 5-star, that 3 Michelin star Michelin meal? Like, do you get cheated?
They don't take you out on dinner that much that weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody got mad leftovers. Like, you want to go eat still? It's like, dog. I know y'all ate yesterday, but today's, you know what I mean? So hey, if you have to choose your birthday being on Thanksgiving or Christmas, though, I'd rather choose Thanksgiving.
I don't know why I take Christmas.
Yeah, you only get one gift, right?
Hell no. See, I feel like there's a bigger caveat with Christmas getting more gifts than getting more food on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I could finagle a bagel on that one, man. I don't know. But yes, definitely shout out to the fam. And I actually called Chris today, and the hardest part about one of the hardest parts about getting older is when you try to have conversations with the younger kids. It really doesn't last that long. And then you find yourself trying to force the conversation and you realize, wow, that was kind of corny. So you just kind of stop talking at that point. That happened to me today.
It's tough talking to the youth, man. Not that they don't care about you. It's just like, yo, whatever. We have the same attitude when we have in-person meetings that could have been Zoom meetings or email related. You know what I'm saying? They get on the phone with you like, yo, you really could have texted all of this that you're trying to tell me. You know what I mean? But you gotta love it. It's new generation.
Yeah, man. Great analogy, man. And also it is Native American Heritage Day. We know going into Thanksgiving, there are a lot of mixed feelings when it comes to indigenous peoples. So some of the things that you can actually do to recognize Native American Heritage Day, take time to learn about the original stewards of the land you call home, support Native-led organizations and businesses, and recognize the National Day of Mourning and engage in conversations that honor Native histories, man. So definitely shout out to everybody that's spreading that awareness and that is at the forefront of spreading that knowledge. And then for this last one, man, I don't know how many times, like, we're gonna run out of flowers for this young lady that we call our family. Shout out to CC Media, man. She was going up at the Florida Classic weekend. She continues to amaze me with what she does, both on a business level, social media level. If I Love My Job was a person, it would be her. Family, we love you, we appreciate you, and we see you. Keep fucking grinding, fam.
She embodies happiness at work. I'll be hitting up like, what you doing? She be like, working. I'm like, nah, you smiling too good to be at work. What you really doing? She's like, nah, I'm dead ass. Like, they're paying me to be here. I was like, that's what's up, man. If you ever hire it, hit me. I could definitely use some part-time hours on your fun time.
Big facts. All right, man. So next up, as we move along, we got some throwback information.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
You know what I'm saying? So first up, this is for my OGs now. Nintendo 64. I know you remember those intense matches of Mario Kart, getting the golden gun and 007 and just pissing off your cousins. Well, Nintendo 64 is returning in Q1 of 2025 with a 4K version, man. You can see the asking price here. All I can think, Kenny, is Mario Kart on a 75-inch flat screen is about to be lit. How you feeling, bro?
I was thinking GoldenEye, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, you know what I mean? Because if I catch that golden gun, it's a problem for people. You know, the one-shot kill, it's a rap ski. Yeesh. I do got a couple hopes. I hope it is still wireless. I don't want to take it all the way back. You know what I mean? I don't, you know what I mean? I see they got the little, if that's the photo they're giving people and they got them plugins in the front, I'm gonna be tight. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if you do want to get your Mario Kart, your current Mario Kart big screen on, remember they got the Nintendo Switch out. That's one of the games they do got. You can throw on there. I've been busting the kids' ass every time they giving me problems. It's like, yo, we can take this to the cart right now. You know what I mean? If y'all feel like we got an issue, and every time I'm first place, they tight. They don't like it, but I like this. I like this. I hope. I don't know. I'm a grown man. I don't think I'm gonna be blowing out cartridges. Pause. I don't know how I'm if it's dusty. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that at this age. Man.
That's what the kids for.
Even so, hey, blow on this. You can't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. I'm gonna start. I'm older now. I think after the game is out, I'm throwing it right in the Ziploc bag. Keep it dust free. No issues. The older you get smarter. Baby.
Yeah. They got the joint that for the keyboards. You can use that probably too now. Who knows?
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Yeah. I almost got caught with the pause. I almost said it. I was like, the joint for the keyboard. As long as you know what I meant, we good. I was close.
I was hoping that. Oh, shit.
Oh, man. But keeping it throwback, and this is for my big sneakerheads. I wish I had the song so icy could play without copyright issues, man. Yeah. The Jordan 11 Columbia Blues did a shock drop yesterday at 5 o'clock. If you got them, let us know in the chat that you got lucky. If you didn't, you could put the sad face in the chat. It's all the same, man. But these are coming back holiday 2024. These originally dropped in 96. 3 retro releases since then, 01, 2014, and now 2024. Kenny, you copping?
I ain't gonna lie, I had them in my cart yesterday. I was real close to like just confirm. Yeah, that's me. But I was like, you know what? Back in 01 when I had these, this is when I realized I didn't know how much patent leather was on this shoe until you seen it in all white. Like Concord, let it ride. Reg, let it ride. But that's a lot of, even with the cool grays, it's cool because it's gray. But the Columbians, though, as dope as they are, that is a lot of white patent leather. And I remember in 01, I got a scuff at the front. And as you know, you scuff patent leather, there's no ointment in the world that's gonna get that rub out. Pause. So I was about to do it. I said, nah, I'm gonna let the kids have this one, man. I'm gonna let the kids have that one. But I'm gonna skip this time. I'll get the next one.
All right. Represent. I get it. Yeah, man. So I'm very excited about these. I did luck out having them in the cart. It was really cool, man. So looking forward to crushing those, man, getting into those. And we actually got some really, real cool FCP announcements for you. Kenny, man, why don't you take them through the first one?
Man, we've been working on this for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Mr. O'Malley, you may recognize him from episode 91 that we did and dropped not too long ago. But got a lot of good feedback. So he's gonna move on, and I think he has to keep spreading his word with the Economic Empowerment Podcast. We dropped a cool little prelude vid that came out the other day, just kind of introducing the show and what you can look forward to. But next Tuesday, man, episode 1. It's going down. It's going down.
Yes, sir. And if you have not checked out episode 91, man, after you leave here, or if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Do not leave here without subscribing. If you're on here, I see y'all on here. All right. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, as soon as the episode becomes available, you will be notified, man. Really looking forward to this. You can also check out episode 91 and get a gist of what Ramel is going to talk about. Great information. Sure. And I've heard nothing but great things about Davon Reeves. So I can only imagine the conversation that these two had about crowdfunding. But I think, Kenny, I love the disclaimer you gave. Let's give them that before they start tuning into this.
Listen, man. Please do your research. This is not financial advice. It's just letting you know that there's other opportunities out there for you if you do your research and invest properly. But tune in and find out all those gems for sure. For sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you go to Freedom Cage Podcast, under the podcast section, you'll see economic empowerment. And you could check out the promo video we did, man. It's really cool, just getting you ready for all the exciting content that's going to be coming with that podcast. And then, man, spring of 2025, man, silently growing. If you are following that page on IG, right now it's just, quotes, motivational, deep reflective thinking, things of that nature. What we're going to do is start to take those thought-provoking quotes from yours truly, Senor Lee, and they'll take the shape of conversations with insightful guests who are also silently growing in their own way. So I'm really looking forward to bringing these conversations. I'm super excited about how the FCP brand is starting to expand. So if you are out there silently growing, reach out to us, man. We want to hear about what you're doing.
That's the stuff. Let's go. Big things for the FCP.
Definitely, man. But yeah, man, very excited about next year. Very, getting ready for all of that, man. Just make sure you follow us on IG, subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. We got so much content, so many good guests coming. As we announced, we have economic empowerment coming starting next Tuesday, December 3rd. And of course, silently growing coming spring 2025. In the meantime, you can catch the video promo for economic empowerment on our YouTube channel, and also you can catch up on episodes, Freedom Cage Podcast, man, as we approach episode 100. Kenny, Jesus, we've been at it for a minute, bro.
I want to say it went by fast, but it was kind of slow and fake quick at the same time.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely. But the show doesn't stop, y'all. We
couple more things to get to.
Yes. For our music aficionados, I think everybody knows the big album that dropped, GNX from Kendrick Lamar. Kenny, man, you are my rap guru. You are the person I call whenever new music drops. Talk to us, man. How you feeling?
Listen, man. It was Friday. It was a good weather day. Everything was calm. It was cordial. There was no problem. I was at work handling regular Outlook shit, bro. It was a regular day. Get a little text. Oh, Kendrick dropped new video. I said, he always dropped some cool stuff. You know what I mean? I work. You don't really got time for it. About 15 minutes past, I get 2 more texts. Say, hey, man, it's not just a video. This nigga got 12 tracks out. I was like, y'all crazy. He ain't dropping no album. Open title app. This nigga got 12 tracks. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I press play. Oh, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, when the Spanish, like, mariachi shit started the album, I threw my whole shit off. I said, nope, not doing it. Can't do it here. I can't do it here, yo. I said, yo, I'm going on lunch break. It's like, Ken, it's 10:15. I'm going on lunch break. I gotta go do something else. But it was cool that, to have a cool little Friday unexpected album. It made the day fly by. I got a ton of little notes from it, but where were you? What was you doing when it dropped?
You know what's funny? I saw a bunch of notifications online, on socials, but I really didn't pay attention to it because this weekend, man, I was locked in on some work stuff and just trying to hang out with the family. I know we had our first recording for economic empowerment, so was just kind of locked into that. It wasn't until Monday morning I actually got to check it out. And just like you, I was in the GNX bunker, just appreciating everything from track 1 all the way to track 12, man. So let's start with Whacked Out Murals, brother. How you feeling about this first track?
I liked it a lot. Oh man, it was a lot going on. It wasn't too much to digest the very first listen. I was just like, is this a diss song? Is this a happy song? Is this a revelation song? Are there any Easter eggs in here I need to go research? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because Kendrick is a very mysterious kind of dude in that fact, but he's very meticulous in what he does as well with the craft. So everything that he does for a reason. Everything is not just done to be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there were a few Easter eggs that I'll get to that I did see throughout the weekend. But I was super impressed on a Friday. Like I think mainly because it was unexpected. It's Kendrick, and he's putting his size 6 like Timberland boot on the neck of the game again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was really good. CC took it right out my very good piece of art.
Hmm.
It was really good to experience. But the title, the intro, the walk up morals, it was dope. Like the beat change, I just appreciated it. I just appreciated it
Yeah.
so much, bro. I appreciate it, really
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, man. I feel like the whole album just paid homage to 90s hip hop and R&B.
Mm,
I felt like I was on the B41, man. If anybody's from Brooklyn, Flatbush, Brooklyn,
mm,
I felt like I was on the B41 listening to my Walkman on the way to Kings Plaza. You know what I'm saying? From the references to Nas, Luther Vandross, Biggie. I mean, he definitely walked us through 90s hip hop.
facts.
But sticking with whacked out murals, man, the talk of the town was the infamous line referring to Lil Wayne. Do you think the lines that referenced Lil Wayne were overhyped?
I do think they were overhyped. I do understand why everybody thought that, but what killed that for me was like the very next bar, or maybe the bar right after that. He also kind of threw a jab at Snoop.
Mm,
And I know if he's bringing Snoop and Lil Wayne up in the same light as far as the same verse and same cadence and everything, I don't think it was a malicious intent. You know what I mean? They're just kind of just being a bit retrospective and letting everybody know how he felt at the moment. I mean, I
gotcha.
let Nas Nas, one person that said congrats on locking in the Super Bowls as the first hip hop nigga to headline it Dolly. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
thought more people would reach out, but I guess everybody didn't, unfortunately. But
Hmm.
I do think the internet was just looking for anything to kind of cling on to, but that was one they should have let slide. I don't think it was really coming that way on that.
I agree. Kendrick has been a stand-up dude his entire career, so I agree with you. I think it was just lyrical art form, just paying homage. But let's just jump to the track that has everybody on lockdown, has
Mhm.
everybody screaming a condiment, aka the hit maker behind this song, TV Off. Um, talk to me, man. You started screaming this when you got
Yeah,
on a Zoom recording with me, and I was like, what the
yeah.
fuck is he talking about?
I think by the time we had that quick impromptu meeting, I might have heard the album like 5 times before then already, and I was so locked in. There was nothing else existing with me about that Saturday. So me just screaming. I've been screaming mustard at stupid shit all weekend long. Like I mean, kids like, oh, can we go to Wendy's? I'm like, do you need any mustard? Like I was just going off on them for no reason. But a cool little Easter egg I found with TV off. Somebody took the lyrics off of TV off and placed it over the Not Like Us beat.
Hmm.
Dog, it fit. Piece for piece, bar for bar, beat raise for beat
Mm.
raise. And they were starting to question like, yo, is this like a B side to the disc? Was
Yeah.
like did he make both songs and he just went with Not Like Us and that one led? You know what I mean? Like, because I'm like,
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, not and now I'm wondering, does Not Like Us hit better just because you've been digesting it for 6 7 months, or because we didn't hear this other one yet? You know what I mean? If we dropped them both the same
Yeah.
day, we would have some problems. Like you know what I'm saying? But it was if that was a whether it was just a coinkydink, I doubt it. But if it is a B side disc, that's brilliant in his own right because he didn't he could have put Night Like Us on this as well to boost the numbers up, but he didn't. He kept it real cordial, real non street on this one for that. But
Yeah.
I liked it. But that mustard in the middle of the track though, I just wasn't expecting it. The very first time I heard it, I was like, oh, this nigga is angry. Like, like yeah. But what was your thoughts when
Nah.
you first heard it?
Oh, amazing, amazing, man. Kendrick, he just knows how to make a song. His unique style has always drawn me into his whole catalog of music. Um, if he would have dropped this track and Not Like Us, that's like a haymaker and adding a headbutt before the person
Yeah,
actually hits the ground. Like
yeah,
it'd have been too much for us to digest. So whoever made the decision, whether it was him or his team, I appreciate you for that, because now he's gonna be in rotation for another 6 months. Of course, because he has the Super Bowl coming up.
At least in February, at a bare minimum. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we're not letting that go. But yeah, man, I always appreciate when a song transitions. I know Travis Scott has been infamous for that, and I think a lot of artists have actually followed suit and made good out of it. But this one here, man.
Before you even move on with the beat transition, I got to give a quick shout out to Meek Mill. Don't get me wrong, I know it existed before him.
Yeah,
I know it existed before him. I understand that, but he brought that in on Dream Chasers early back then. The whole Dreams and Nightmares coming through. That's when everybody really appreciated the beat switch. You know what I'm saying? But another good track was "Man at the Garden" for me. What was your thoughts on that one? Did you like it? Did you hate it?
I loved it. I mean, as soon as it started, I'm like, wow, that's one mic. Like I was there. I was like, Kendrick on a one mic-esque beat. This is like Nas got to be somewhere smiling, smoking a cigar, man. Like
facts. Big facts. Big facts.
Oh my God.
I ain't gonna lie. Man on the Garden kind of had me in a fake chokehold like all Saturday morning. Like, you know what I mean? I was just like, nah, I gotta go back. I gotta go one more time. Just put on repeat. Just put on repeat. I'm gonna wait till I get tired of it. Then I'll go to the next song. You know what I mean? But it was super dope. That one mic rendition he did at the end, I was just like, his voice changing. That's what really gets it. The way he controls his tone and his levels. I'm like, this nigga really, he's like 4 people in the booth. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so meticulous with his work and his art and his craft. I just respect it so much, man.
That's a fact. CC asked, do you think the album is Grammy ready?
I think he might miss this Grammys that's coming up in February as far as the cutoff, but he might. Rumor has it he might drop another one. So I'm not even sure which album we're gonna put in the Grammy competition next year. He really gonna fuck y'all up. He got 2 separate albums getting nominated for Grammy Rap Album of the Year. Like Drake gonna blow his head top.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. So listen, man. Gloria took me for a spin, bro. Because at first when I listened to it, naturally I'm thinking, it's between him and his lady. It's a nice little story. But then, I know better than that. I've been listening to rap for a minute now. I'm like, let me listen to it again. Because knowing Kendrick, he's not telling me what he really wants to tell me the first go round.
Right. Correct.
And then I'm listening to the metaphors. I'm listening to what he's saying. I'm like, is he talking about like his rap, his pen? Like, where's he going with this? What was your interpretation, man?
Like you said, it started off with him just representing his relationship with his actual missus at the time. But then he transitioned into something a little heavier, a little darker. And I'm like, I don't think he's talking about the wife anymore, like you just said. You know what I mean? But I'm still not really sure where he's going with it. And I might have heard about 17 times. I'm like, yo, he's putting us in a place that's beyond his wife, but it's still within him. But it's no longer in the relationship stratosphere. And what he was going to talk about. He took it to a place I just wasn't ready for it. I'm still trying to decipher it on the low. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Gloria might have been like a prominent person in his family as far as a mother figure or grandmother figure. But the fact that he left that where it was and showed light to his current rock, I feel like he was shining light on other rocks in his life. Well, we just don't know his family, so you might have to really be super in tune with him to understand who he was talking about and what he meant as far as references he was bringing up and everything like that. But shouts to the internet. They're going to let you know in a little bit. They're going to deep dive for you and sum it up in the 3-minute clip. So I've been watching those all week as well. But somebody will give me the Gloria breakdown real soon.
Definitely. And I think the last song I'll get into, because I know you got some more interesting news to get into along the same topic. Squabble Up, bro. The video dropped, and within 2 hours, that shit had 1 million views. A lot of really cool shit happening in that video. But when he pulled out the How to Be More Like Kendrick for Dummies book, that was legendary.
He had so many Easter eggs and shout outs, like you're saying earlier, like just showing light and love to old 90s hip hop. But I did see an Easter egg vid where a lot of the 90s hip hop references that he was using throughout the video all were albums or groups that had double disc albums. And he kept highlighting these certain people. I was like, is this nigga letting you know he got something coming real soon again?
It's not over.
Like, this nigga's diabolical. Like, this guy at this point, like, he's just overthinking the overthinkers. You know what I mean? And you know the internet, they're gonna run with it. They're gonna make it more than what it is. But I'm happy he did it. Like I don't. I just don't know how he has the time at this point. Like I'm still trying to figure out when he made those 6 tracks against Drake in that last 2 week span. Whenever he did that, I'm like, because they sound like they've been made. Like they sound wild polished. Like he's had these. Like he's been working on this for some time. I'm like, but him being like a studio rat that he is, he might have had him for some time. So I really don't know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But shouts to him. Shouts to his intellect, his introspect, and his ability to layer things without making it look like a real layer. I appreciate that for sure. For sure.
I think this album is literally like reminds me of Dark Knight Rises. Like the whole time Batman was rolling around trying to protect this chick, and she was the one after him the entire time. This dude, he prepared for this. He had this plan. He had this in the tuck for a minute, and everything was about timing. Music has always been about timing. You look at the DMXs of the world, the Nellies, the Lil Waynes, and now it's really like we've been listening to enough commercial music, for lack of better words, that now the essence is back, and it's kind of hard to fight it, especially at a time when people are looking for real shit. They're going through real shit. They ain't got time to hear that itchy yaya no more. And this is Kendrick's moment, man, and he's owning it.
This is it. There was 2 other funny Easter eggs I came across with him dropping it on November 22nd. Because the same day, like JFK caught a headshot or some shit like that. I was like, damn, I wasn't looking for that. I was like, this nigga, nobody was looking for that. But the other one I saw that kind of threw me for a loop was the fact that he made the GNX. GNX is an old classic car, and someone referenced the fact that this car was the car they was in Menace Society, when him and Kane was riding around before they did the you gonna ride, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I was just like, oh my god, he pulled this from that. Like that car was in the movie for about 7 seconds, bro. He pulled that from that. I'm like, his mind is just on another place with it. But
man.
Some sad news on I guess overall. Listen, the album seemed to be well received by the masses. Like you said, 1 million views in 2 hours for the second track on the album. That's nuts. But Drake, he responded in a way nobody was expecting. It was 2 things he did that was weird as shit. While Kendrick is out here all for the culture, doing things for everybody else as far as hip hop's concerned, Drake jumped on stream with another white, highly known streamer called QXE. White guy, I believe he's from England or over the pond somewhere. But that was weird. Like when Casanat's in the middle of a subathon for 30 days, you want to go jump somewhere else and do something else? Whatever. You know what I mean? We're gonna ignore that part. But the big thing Drake did was he initiated some legal action and started sending lawsuits over to his own label. He had allegations that they conspired against him. The popularity of Not Like Us was just bigger than he could. It was like the response was so. Actually, he's like, nah, they gotta be fake. Like, you know what I mean? At some point, it was real. But I'm not. Listen, awesome. I'm not gonna lie. No matter where you went, where you was, it played. Like, you know what I'm saying? So me feel like I heard it that much to be that popular made sense for the traction that it was on. But for Drake to take a step back and go, nah, this nigga's calling me a pedophile, bro. Like I got this can't be so loud. And no, and on his end, like he feels it's false allegations. And you don't expect it. If it's false and it's just a rap bar that got carried away, I get it, but at the end of the day, he's still calling me this. And this shit is like quadruple diamond. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit can't be. You know what I mean? But he's initiated that. He filed in court this past Monday. I just don't understand even if he does win this case some weird way, which I doubt, to go the legal route in a hip hop beef that's already considered over. Where does this put you? Like, where are you on the hip hop scale? Is he allowed to rap anymore? What are we doing?
Unfortunately, this rap game is too forgiving in certain cases, but it will be interesting to see the response to this, because this threatens a lot of shit for music. This threatens the actual culture of hip hop, the culture of having a back and forth with someone just through music. We've tried for so long to keep it on wax, and it's on wax. But he's mad that it's been so much out there that now there has to be something wrong with it. We've had years, at least a decade at least, of hearing Drake songs over and over and over, no matter where we went. But the one time it's about you, it's an issue.
That was weird as fuck.
Sounds very selfish, man. And I think Joe Button said the same thing. It sounds very selfish, and it lets you know that there was always something off about this guy. You know what I mean? Because it was all good when they were going back and forth and they were sparring, but then when Not Like Us came, like, you know, Hit 'Em Up. I wasn't like grown for Hit 'Em Up, but I can imagine what it was like in them clubs when Hit 'Em Up dropped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we didn't have the same type of access to music the way we do now. But I can imagine this is this generation's version of Hit 'Em Up. And the access to music now, they drove that shit up. You know what I mean? I can see people going in the clubs now and be like, yo, play that Not Like Us. Play that Not Like Us. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it's a good fun party song. Like granted, he's throwing this gentleman completely under the bus, reversing it, driving again, reversing one more time. We get that, but it was a dope summer song. Like, you know, it's a dope car song. It just works. Unfortunately, it just sucks that you're at the opposite end of it. You know, getting all this heat, but it is what it is, man.
You know what I guarantee? I guarantee there was a moment where Drake sang this song. This song is so good. I guarantee you there was a moment where he probably started fake nodding and then realized, oh shit, yeah, I'm not supposed to like this. Like, that's how good that song was.
I know for a fact that child that Pusha T brought up was singing this on his lonesome, singing it in secret somewhere. I know, and it's like, they're not like us. They not like all by himself. Like he had to. He couldn't avoid it. All the kids in school are singing to Dad. I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah.
Oh man, but good stuff nonetheless, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In other news, man, Meg Thee Stallion and Flo Milli dropped a video to their song "Rock Steady." Wow. God is good. God has blessed these. Yeah, God has blessed these young ladies with talent. And before y'all judge me, I am talking about their rap skills. But the art of what they do is tremendous. Make sure y'all go check that video out. Yo, Kenny, you ain't doing me no justice over there.
I'm just saying, I can't name one Flo Milli song. I'm sorry, but yeah, man, we're gonna check this out. You know what I mean? Go run that up. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. Oh man. One other, some other music stuff I saw this week. Are you familiar with Teedra Moses?
No.
Okay. Teedra Moses. She's a singer. She's been singing for some time now. She dropped her first album back in 2004 called Complex Simplicity. Beautiful album. I don't get to listen to it often as of late, but it was great when it first dropped. And she had a cool performance on Tiny Desk where she was able to celebrate the 20th anniversary of that. You know what I mean? But upon first look, I'm looking at it, I was like, is that Felicia Rashad singing at Tiny Desk? I didn't know she could sing.
Yo,
I'm looking a little close. I said, oh shit, no, that's Teedra. That's crazy. Like, because it looked like Felicia Rashad just looking 24 in the face, bro. I was just like, yo, what? I'm like, she can sing all this like my first 6 seconds of not zooming in on who this is. Like, yo, I was like, she can sing since the Cosby Show, and she's now letting us know this. What the fuck? She dropped the ball. You know what I mean? But I'm looking at, oh, that's not her. She just resembles her immaculately. She had a doppelganger. But if you didn't catch that Tiny Desk, go catch it. If you didn't hear the album, it's old now. Please go catch it. It was super dope. But Tiny Desk does it again for sure.
Definitely. And now that you mention that, I do remember when I was scanning through songs, seeing the Felicia Rashad doppelganger. So yeah, I gotta check that out tomorrow. But yeah, man. Last thing on music, the baby continues his director genius, I should say. He has a new song, Fat. Well, it's actually been out for a while. TikTok, of course, has latched onto it and made a dance. But the video uses the Nutty Professor as the theme, and it is fire, man. He's being the baby, but he's dressed up like how Eddie Murphy was Nutty Professor. But he's definitely showing that he's ready for the big screen. So I am hoping that his team makes sure that his debut is on point, because I think he's going to do really good with it from what he's showing in these videos so far.
Yeah, he's gonna be good, and he's been the actor since you first met him with the whole pamper
Mhm.
gamut. You know, what I mean, just trying to put his name out there, catch attention. It works. Whenever he does it, it usually works. I know he had a little spiel at the concert mentioning a couple of things that people don't want to hear from him specifically, but he looks like he's bouncing back from that, and people are finally putting that in the rear view of his career,
Mhm.
and it's getting back to what people know him for, and that's getting back to the rap and the visuals because he's really good with producing those. So yeah, man, I wish the best for him. Hopefully, it works out again this time around.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And on the TV show front, man, Netflix came back with part two to Sprint. The first one, Sprint watched the sprinters in actually Budapest, and
Yep.
you saw Noah Lyles actually capture the 100 meter for the first time in the World Championships. This one now, Sprint Part Two, watches all of these sprinters in the Paris Olympics for 2024. If
Mhm.
you did watch the Olympics, you pretty much know who won already, but it takes you behind the scenes of everything that they went through to get to the points of their accomplishments, man. If you get a chance, you should definitely check it out. I love watching these shows just for the simple fact that it lets me know how much I am not in shape and how I need to respect the fact that there are people out there who are way faster than I will ever be.
Getting the job done. They're getting the job done for real, for real. That's fire.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. And then a couple of coming soons, man, for my Suits fans. Listen up, y'all. There is a spin-off on the way. Yes, sir. There is a spin-off on the way. It's going to be Suits LA. It is set to debut February 23rd, 2025 on NBC. Now, we all know those dates can be tentative given anything with filming, but it's going to be starring Stephen Amell as Ted Black. But
Mhm.
our very own, our favorite Harvey Specter, Gabriel Mack,
Hey,
is set to reprise his role as Harvey in this new spinoff. Don't
that's
know
what's
how
up.
often he's going to be in the show, but they're saying that he will be making some appearances. So I'm very excited about that. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure there's some other, everybody wants to see Mike, of course. But yeah, man, hopefully some others make some appearances and we'll see how that goes.
That's gonna be dope. Yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna say if Harvey's not in there, I don't know if I'm tuning in, but happy you said that. Happy you said that.
That's a fact. And then this other one, man, and this really hit my heart because 23 years ago, most of you, if you don't know, Sean Bell. He was an
Mm,
unarmed 23-year-old African American man who was shot and killed by 5 undercover NYPD officers in Queens, New York. The shooting occurred at Club Kalua, which was known for illegal guns and drug sales. But Bell was at the club with two of his friends for his bachelor party. The officers fired 50 rounds, killing Bell and severely wounding his friends, Joseph Guzman and Trent Benefield. The incident sparked widespread criticism of the NYPD and comparisons to the 1999 killing of Amadou Diallo. All 5 officers were acquitted. So this is going to be a 3-part docu-series called Aftershock about the
mm,
murder of Sean Bell as told by his then fiancee, Nicole P. Bell. The film is being
mm,
produced by Manny Haley Productions in collaboration with Sean's then fiancee, Nicole P. Bell, and their daughters. I don't
mm.
know if I'm going to be able to watch this, man. This almost reminds me of Fruitville Station. You kind
Yeah,
of know what's coming, but you can't really prepare your heart for what you're about to see.
thanks.
But this is coming. I don't know who's actually got the film, the documentary yet,
Mhm.
but it is supposed to be coming soon.
Okay. That would be interesting to hear because granted it was a terrible situation. Never really got to hear from the wife at the point in time. It was just so tragic the way it happened and it being like on the eve of the wedding day and everything like that. So it would be nice to hear from her all this time later. To, not just to know that she's fine, but to know that she's kind of grown through it and is able to talk about it now. Finally,
Yes, sir. Yes,
wow.
sir. All right, so we're gonna make a quick switch over to FCP Sports Corner before we close things out, man. We're gonna keep it NYG to start. The Giants released Danny Dimes, man. Yo, listen, this was the quickest fall from grace. The number 6 pick of I don't even want to say what draft. It was just the pick that shocked the world. Um, the Giants released a statement claiming this was a mutual decision. Do you agree,
Oh,
Kenny?
It might have been. He's like, yo, if you're in a toxic relationship, it's like, yo, you're not working for me. I'm not working for you.
That's a fact.
I know we got some paperwork between us, but we can rip that up, right? We don't need that paperwork, right? I just feel bad for the Giants, man. Because they chose him over Saquon. As far as money's concerned, right?
Yeah.
They gave him the bag to shift off Saquon. We'll get to that. But to let him go a year later is just like, we still gotta pay this nigga, and he
yeah.
And to boot, he moved on to the Vikings.
Yo,
he gonna be in the playoffs. Yeah, these niggas on the low. So it's just crazy how it all unfolds in the middle of November for the New York Giants, unfortunately. And but hey, Danny's gonna be fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think he got another $400K for the rest of the season to be a backup. I don't think the old Giant contract is completely out. Somebody has to pay that. I'm just not sure who yet. And I don't know. I don't know. It's just it's funny, but not funny at all if you're a Giant fan.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, literally Saquon and Danny Dimes, if things work out for their respective teams, they could at least make it into the NFC Conference Championships. So that will be further than the Giants have been in a very, very long time. And yeah, I see Tanya always keeping us honest. Yes, the Vikings did pick him up. So it's going to be interesting because Sam Darnold is balling. But then again, injuries do happen. And if it does, Danny is there. Danny is there to save the day. And keeping it football news and another former Giant, Saquon Barkley continues to have what I am calling an MVP season. He went off on the Rams for 300 plus yards from scrimmage, 255 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. I think the only thing terrible about this game was the fact that he tossed the ball through his legs into the stands and then went back to the bench to ask for the ball, only for them to tell him, you threw it, bro.
Once you let it go, it's nothing we could do, bro. Like you now got to pay a fee, and we don't know how much that is yet.
Yeah, man.
That's a fact. That is a fact. But yeah, he killed them last week. I know it might be fake early. I know it's the middle of the season, but listen, Saquon's killing. But he does currently have the rushing record in the NFL at 1,392 yards. Derrick Henry ain't too far behind him. I know these last 2 games kind of put him over the ropes, but Derrick Henry right behind him with 1,325. Like, if we had to make a choice right now, who would be MVP vote out of those
Saquon.
two? Give it to Say?
Yeah, I'd give it to Say. He would have, first of all, if it wasn't for the tush push, he would have more touchdowns than he does right now. I've literally watched games where they've taken they've taken Saquon out, or they have not given him the ball in the red zone to do other things. So he could be doing a lot more damage. He's my MVP pick.
All right. I respect it. But speaking of Saquon and Derek, luckily for us fans, they're going to be meeting this weekend. But the real question is going to be who are you going to pick out of these two now? Like, who do you pick between Lamar? And what are you going to do? I'm saying with Lamar because that's still my guy. You know what I mean? But you got a choice to make. Who you got Sunday?
You know what? I know the Giants ain't even in it, but just because the Eagles are in our division, I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Like I can't root for the Eagles just for the simple fact that they are our division foe, even though we're not anybody's foe right now. We're just in the division, but I'm gonna go with the Ravens, man.
Yeah, I respect it. I'm going with the Ravens as well. Lamar is still my MVP pick on the low. He's still having a great season. Listen, he's doing everything he can. He just don't play defense. That's the only reason they lose in these little games here and there. But
that's right. Yeah.
Whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, man. All right. Anything before we get out of here, brother?
Nah, I got everything off my chest this afternoon, sir. Facts. All right, sir. Till next time.
My guy, love you, and I'm thankful for you, man, for real.
Yes, sir. Same here, brother. Catch you soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the show where you are now released back into your regularly scheduled programming. Corporate life, parental life, entrepreneurship, whatever it is that you do, we salute you. I'm Senor Lee.
Catman.
See you next pay week where we lock back in to a free state of mind.
Yeah.